Okay, I'm Angela Brown. I'm the person that's currently using YouTube to try to find a kidney. I'm an O positive, and my buddy Bob just texted me. But anyways, life doesn't stop with kidney disease, so you're going to have to bear with me. You'll probably just hear me talking. I'm trying to make some lunch because I am extremely hungry. It's one thing they don't tell you. When you go on dialysis, you get your appetite back. It's kind of weird, too, because you've gone for, well, like me, I went for 6 years, 5 years, barely eating. I mean, you had to force feed yourself. And all of a sudden, your stomach actually growls. And you're just like, foreign concept, what is that? So anyways, we're going to be making lunch. So bear with me. And hopefully you'll be able to hear me, because my daughters are on Christmas break, and so they have their YouTube going, and you know. But anyways, so okay, a lot of the stuff they do not tell you with kidney disease. You have limited time to find a donor. It's not one of those, once you get once you're on the donor list, you know, you'll be on it forever, because your heart can go bad at any point. So they have to screen you once a year, which is why our goal is to not be on the list for a year. I know everybody is scared right now with COVID and everything else, but you have to understand, with the procedures that are being done and the fact that I would have to be on immunosuppressant drugs, they are going to be extremely careful. They are not going to do anything to jeopardize your health, because you are the donor, and they also are not going to do anything to jeopardize my health, being the recipient. It is a wild thing, because all of the chemicals that are removed in dialysis can actually cause problems for your heart. What's even more screwed up is the fact that you have the phosphorus binders are calcium, okay? Now, most people with kidney disease don't produce vitamin D anymore, don't have enough of it. And as a result, they end up with calcified arteries from the phosphorus binders. Tell me that's not jacked up. So what helps you today could kill you tomorrow. Lovely. But they are, it's just wild. And the anemia. Oh my gosh. You will never experience hell until you go through kidney disease with anemia. I literally get iron 3 times a week via my machine at dialysis, and of course it goes straight into the blood. And it is just wild. The nurse and I were joking last time. I try to keep everybody's spirits light when I'm there, and I try to make people laugh. And the nurse tells me, this stuff reminds me of motor oil. And so I looked at her and I kind of smiled, and I said, well, haven't you heard? And she goes, what? I said, honey, I'm now a Ford. I'm dropping parts all over the road and I need oil 3 times a week. She found that rather funny. So anyways, I mean, it's just, life is short, yes. Make the most of it. Spend time with those you love and those that love you. And don't be afraid to reach out for help. I have always been, and this is my biggest vice, okay? But I have always been I'll do it myself. And for the most part, I do. There's nothing that I've encountered yet that has stopped me. But this is the one thing in my life that I actually need somebody else's help on. I have no control over this. And if I don't find a donor, I'm in trouble. Because I am sentencing my family to watch me die. And that's just being straight with it. Ask anybody that knows me. I'm not going to jerk you around. I'm going to tell you how it is. And I don't want my 9 and my 11-year-old to watch me die. I don't want my dad to watch me die. I don't want anybody to see that. I mean, I know it'll happen eventually, but not yet. You know, I'm only 40. And I know that's, to some, that's like, oh, that's no big deal. You're 40, I'm only 20, you're old. Nah. I'm a 40-year-old with 2 babies at home. We have Christmas tomorrow. I want to be here when they get married. I want to be here when I have grandchildren. I want to see all of this. And I have the choice. If I find a donor, then I'm okay. But if I don't, that's when trouble sets in. So if you can, if you're O positive or know someone that is, feel free to share the link to them. But if you can help and be my hero, it would be greatly appreciated. Because, you know, I just want what everybody else gets, free range. You know, they have no restrictions. So I want to live to see retirement. I want to live to, of course, to see my kids get married. And I want to live to see grandchildren. Everything that often is taken for granted by most, I have to wonder, will I see it? So, putting my trust in God's hands, or my faith in God's hands, and hoping we find somebody. Thank you for your time. Have a good one.